Hello, living in Boulder vlog. It's 12:13 p.m. on March 4th, Thursday. I just got out of bed. Lying in bed. I just got up, but I was lying in bed forever. I feel super weak. I don't think I've been eating well, which is stupid. But at least I'm not getting fat. Sorry about the yawning. I think that's what happens when I smoke a lot of weed and I don't get any exercise. Yeah, I'm not getting exercise yet. Because I'm prepping for my new computer. Yesterday, yeah, I've been going into the store every single day and buying joints. Now they say hi to me by name. I'm like one of the guys now over at the marijuana store. Yesterday I got my keyboard and mouse, and it was a cable mouse. I didn't know gaming computers had cable mouses, and it had this big thick ass cable, and I'm like, okay, that means I can do screencast with my badass streamer computer, and I could use that mouse, and it's not going to be it's going to be wired, so maybe there's going to be no delay, and I could do like Google Earth stuff, because Google Earth stuff it's like an artist, you're drawing stuff, so you really would need to have, it helps a lot to have a really good connection, and it can get kind of frustrating if it's not, between the mouse and with no lag between the mouse and your table thing, and when you're doing it on a big 70-inch TV, it works well. I'm looking forward to that, because both of my laptops can screencast, but they both have lag, and it gets annoying. You just get used to it. And one of them is so bad, you basically can't do it. So it's my 2017, the one that is the only one that can really do it right. But my 15 can't really do it. But with a new streaming computer with a wired mouse, wow, dude. And I already have the extension cables because I overbought on extension cables for USB. So I just plug that in and bring it out here. Yeah, I think I may have an extension cable that's long enough. I have a 6er. If it's just one 6er, it might not be enough. I might need to get another 6er, but that's kind of cool. I mean, not I mean, just like for when I build stuff on the fly, like on the side. I'm not going to let my website take me over anymore. I have to do something to, get out of debt. Because my debt load is like $500 a month just on interest. Because the coronavirus did me in with this big Synchrony card. I thought that the 30% would kick in at the end of the year, but it kicks in from the very beginning. So you get this big lump sum. I mean, that's just how I experienced that. I understood it. I'm not saying the people who sold me the bike didn't explain it to me. Maybe I just didn't hear them right. But so I'm going to sell my car, but I need to get it on insurance first. My mom said she'd pay for the insurance because I don't have any money. So, but I didn't really have the time yesterday, and I'm not so sure I want to do it today because I'm trying to get as much done as I can before I get my computer. Get the system set up because, with the new streaming computer, I can start to watch all the streaming videos and do everything that they say without the computer freaking out on me and crashing and stuff, and losing connection with the videos and cameras. And so, yeah, so I am prepping my computer right now. I have, over the last bunch of years, I was working on videos here that I'd collected back in like more than 10 years ago. And apparently, and I thought I had organized it, but apparently I hadn't. Apparently I hadn't organized any of the videos. I just downloaded them, threw them in just video. So yesterday I threw the ones into the lifting ones, but I didn't name them, and because I have to have them named. Well, I did a few of them, but I did only a small portion. I have to I have to put the weight on the top so it's organized by weight on every exercise, so that whatever weight I have the strength to do that day, I could I could just look at the list and see, find the weight, and there's probably I have so many of them. There's like a bunch of different girls who, because I only have girls. Um, I have like a couple of guys, but I look at the weight, and then just do that weight, and then like, so there's always somebody who's a little bit stronger than me. That's pretty cool. And there are all sorts of different reps too, so I could burn myself out on a higher weight and then go down, look at one of the lower weights at the higher reps and see if I can do that. But I didn't count it, but I have like hundreds. It's like, I have so many hundreds of videos of each exercise. It took me like a couple of days just to do, bench pressing, and then like I just finished squatting. Right now I'm still working on squatting. It's like hundreds each. And it's time consuming because I never actually looked at how much weight they're doing. So I'm looking at the weights and having to like count them and do math and decipher, and then get on the look at what European weights mean in American weights, and they have like a Wikipedia page with the different, the color coded, and I have to look through, and then I have to count how many they do, and like with hundreds of videos, because apparently I never did it. So welcome to another like ridiculously time consuming project. I feel like I'm going to send these videos to people. These are ones I've collected on like YouTube mainly and Instagram. But I'm going to like email like other muscle chicks who I'm like friends with. Like before I was on OnlyFans with Lexa Stahl, and but then it expired. But then she said she'd do me for $5 a month, but then she just switched me back on. So I think we're like sort of like friends, even though she doesn't really answer me. She answers me sometimes, so I think I'm gonna be like, yo, girl, like, what's your address? Let me send you these videos, because I don't really like doing stuff just for myself. Like, this stuff is super time. I mean, like, that's what makes my website worth it, because I'm doing it for the world. If I was doing it all for myself, I don't know, maybe it'd be better to just be like everybody else. So, So, I, my video yesterday like cut out. I just got a voice message on WhatsApp, so thank God WhatsApp lets you leave voice messages while you're making videos. If somebody calls you on the regular phone, then your video just turns off. It's so stupid. They need to make the video making the priority. Before, the video would turn off. Now the video just goes mute, which is the same thing as turning it off. So that was actually my ex-wife sending me a message. I need to call her back. I really want to do a vlog. I mean, like a Skype, Zoom conversation with her and upload it to YouTube, because that's like my whole MO for YouTube. It's like broadcast yourself. That used to be the moniker, or whatever you call it. That used to be the motto of YouTube, and then they took that away. I think that's the perfect motto. So yeah, like nobody I know stateside would ever allow themselves to get filmed, because you don't choose who your family members are. But and even my roommate won't allow himself to be filmed anymore, even though he did a few years ago, like once. So, but my ex-wife, she's not afraid. The only thing that's wrong with her is that she's so dang poor that she never has a computer. So I literally can't. I sent her a computer a couple of years ago, but it didn't work very well. I have another one I'll send her, but I don't really have the money to. It's like $75 just to send it. But then she got another computer a little bit ago, but I guess it's like a $200 computer, and it doesn't really, I guess, not good enough for Skype. So I'm going to call her and be like, bitch, we need to figure something out. Let's do a goddamn, Skype conversation. I need to do a Skype conversation on YouTube with at least one person on the planet to prove to people that I know somebody. My ex-fiance absolutely refused, so we had to end things because I can't replace I can't make my girlfriend a goddamn replica of my mother who's terrified to allow herself to be filmed. So, my mother actually is recorded though. My streaming video, which you can look at, there's actually a recording of her voice on there. And I think I may have mentioned to her that her voice is on there and she's actually on stream. And I've said it a couple times and she didn't say anything. So I was pleased with that. I was like, goal. Because I was like, because now I have a recording of my mother, you know? Like, what happens if all of my like, I uploaded a video of myself 12 years old being interviewed and talking on YouTube, and my mom had a goddamn hissy fit and said I had to delete it because that's, like, against all common sense that you would ever upload a video of yourself from another time period onto YouTube. It's like insanity. And don't ask me why. That's like my mother. Both of my parents are like that. They have extremely strong opinions to don't do things, but don't ask me why because there is no reason. So what I did was I privated it, and then it disappeared off YouTube, and then it disappeared off my goddamn external computers and my internal computer. It just disappeared from everywhere. Luckily, I still have the cassette, but I have to record it again. What if the fucking cassette gets eaten up? It's a goddamn 40-year-old motherfucking cassette. See, so that's how my idiot mother sabotages me. So yeah, I have like zero tolerance for the people who are like, thou shalt not filmeth I. Great spirits say, picture take soul from me. It's like, you're not a goddamn Indian fucking hiding from the goddamn camera. So yeah, if I ever interact with a motherfucker ever again on this planet, I ain't talking to anybody unless you agree to get filmed, you little fag, you little motherfucking coward. You coward. Okay? And I freak out every once in a while. I get like really frustrated. And I just blow and I call my mother a coward for never allowing herself to be filmed. You know, I don't even talk to my brothers anymore. I'm just like, okay, listen, whoa, you know. So, but you know, I mean, if somebody does videos every day on YouTube, they probably make their family feel like that. I've heard people complain about that like 10 years ago on YouTube, and it's probably like that still now. Well, at least it is with me. So, anyway, so I'm very happy. I'm very pleased with my ex-wife for supposedly not being afraid, but maybe she's making it up, and the real reason is she has the computer, but she just says that she doesn't not afraid. I don't know. She could do it with her cell phone, because I know her kid does school. Remote school with the damn cell phone. So anyways, yeah, man, whew, this is damn time. In fact, I think I got a $20 bill the other day out of the banky woo, and I used that for the last 2 days to buy me my jointsies. But I don't got no more cashy woo, and I don't really want to take it out. I don't really have money. But the way that I waste money, like, why not just waste more? You know, but I'm at that critical point where I don't think I can sustain the debt load. It's like $500 just on interest. It's like, whoa, dude. But I mean, when I get myself committed on something, I just will buy whatever I need to make it happen. You know, and sometimes like it's worth it. Like, you know, maybe it's worth it to just waste thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just so that you can have the gear now instead of later, because like now is the critical time, you know. I think I have a challenge, and I was thinking about putting it on my main channel. I'll see if I get any requests this morning, because I'd like to do a video a day on my website, but it's easier if you do requests until I fix my YouTube page on my website, because like I feel like it's like, I guess I have these weird neuroses in my head. Like I can't motivate myself to do videos on YouTube unless I fix the YouTube page on my website. You know, like get rid of the videos that got deleted, not by me, and then put in a certain color the videos that I want to do. And so that it's kind of like self-imposed video request. I just look at the page and I look up and down and I just look at the one that would be the easiest for me to do on that day based on how I'm thinking. Yeah, and then once I sober up, you know, and I'm like not as high, I can think clearly, and I'm more into the videos, and I'm smarter. Then that's when I can do like the more difficult videos, you know, like quantum mechanics. I'd love to do one on that, but I still haven't sat through and understood. Not because I'm not smart enough, because I don't have the ability to sit through and watch the whole video, because I always trying to get caught up on stuff. But I still haven't learned the double slit quantum eraser experiment. I only have like a idea, so but as soon as I follow through one of those videos, I'm going to do a quantum mechanics video. So yeah, but the challenge that I came up with that I think would be the great challenge of 2021, because somebody asked me a video yesterday, like, how do you fix the media divide? You know, and there's like a lot of people like, how, we're all asking the question, how do you fix the world? You know, but how can you make a difference yourself if you're just a regular person? And I think a great thing, and especially with people all on quarantine, you know, mode. And I'm like more quarantine anyway, just the nature of how I am because of my like studio and stuff. But why not do the challenge where you try to talk and work out all day long? Like if you can, whoever can do the most hours talking and working out per day, like wins. And it doesn't even matter like what you say, how good your videos are, and how much you're lifting, as long as you were busy the whole time. And if you can do like a solid stream, because I was trying to do streams before last week, and no stream lasted more like than like an hour or two. I think maybe one was like an hour or something, and then they just drop. And I think that was because my computers just aren't streaming computers. And so when I get my streaming computer day after tomorrow, I'm going to, you know, you can stream all damn day long, right? And so then you can actually film, because like I streamed myself dancing for 2 hours the other day. And I was like, this is going to be awesome, because I wanted to check how the, you know, how the video was. I'm all dancing and I'm like dancing awesome. And I'm like, and then the freaking, it never streamed. Like most of my streams don't even stream at all. So yeah, to get it working right, man, to get up there, it's going to be awesome, because especially if people give me, you know, like video requests, you know, and I could just talk, or people actually chat in and give me them live. I can just fucking talk while I'm working out all day long. And then at the end of the day, I look through it, because you can download the video and then because this is how I'm counting the videos, the muscle grow videos. You scroll, you get it, you download it on a QuickTime, and then you just scroll through it. And so I go, okay, here's where I'm doing that. Okay, scroll, and I count real quick. Okay, and I write that down. And then I can splice the videos up, put them on my workout channel, and then link those to my website, the exercises on my website, and then even the things that I chop those out and throw those on my main website where I'm talking about stuff. Talk about prolific. You know, that's kind of like what I think the Young Turks like do that. You know, they do their member shows where they're live, and they just do story after story after story and live, and then later on they get JR to just chop it up, upload that stuff onto YouTube. You can do the same thing as an individual. You just stream your whole damn life, and you talk the entire time, and you work out the entire time, and then you throw it up. And then you can show people how prolific you are and how you do it just by, you know, and then that's the challenge. And if everybody can start doing that, then boom, everybody knows everything about everybody else, because everybody's always talking. And then like you would actually put Twitter out of business, because then if you want to like talk about, you think about something, you just do the link of like of you talking that day, you know. Like I don't really understand Twitter. Like it kind of reminds me like when you're like you get like when you're a kid or whatever, and you get like the nasty quip kids, you know, like the quick comeback kids or whatever. Like that's all quick comeback, sniping and stuff. Like doesn't anybody know how to thoroughly from beginning to end, beginning, middle to end, explain their entire thought process, instead of just these little, because with Twitter, like with people who tweet all the time, like Trump, they just say the goddamn thing over and over again. So they're like a dog that barks with lots of different tones, you know. It's like, let's see what Trump's doing on Twitter. What. Oh, okay, let's see what he's doing this afternoon. What? Okay. Oof. Just these little, like, why don't you have an actual conversation? That's what YouTube's for. So, yeah, so to do it, the challenge with the wait list, I'm super jazzed, but I have so many goddamn videos. I'm going to count them and I'll show. Oh, yeah, and anybody, not just the muscle bitches, but anybody who, you know, is watching this video and, like, you're my homie, like, I guess you could send me get in touch with me, private, like, make Facebook friends with me. Because Facebook is the website that I use for people who I consider to be like people who want to be my friend, you know? Like I've had to unfriend a lot of people on Facebook who like Facebooked me, but they just wanted to like be my like a business, do some business deal with me or like troll me on Facebook, like the way I get trolled on YouTube. And it's like, no, Facebook is for respect. The people who respect me. Like that's where I have all my personal photos and stuff. And so yeah, you be my friend on Facebook, send me an email, tell me what your address is. Send me an external hard drive because you're gonna need one of the big expensive ones. I'll fill that sucker up, send it back. Nobody's ever taken me up on that, by the way. I used to offer people all the time because when I was traveling in my van, every single person I came across physically, like the people who work the desk at the gyms and the coffee places, I always explained to them that I had like all the LibriVox videos on my computer from history, philosophy, and religion, and that it was like 100 gigabytes or something, and that all they had to do was bring in like a memory card or a external, one day to work, and I'll sit there and I'll transfer it to their external and give it back to them, so that they can like have it on hand on their computer or be able to transfer it to their computer. Only one person took me up on that. This hot girl who works at the Starbucks coffee at Bremerton, Washington. So yeah, and so I'll just and I continued ever since I came back in personals. Now I do it, and not a single person has ever taken me up on it. And as an aside, that being said, if you look at websites that have these books on them, like historical books, like Plato, Aristotle, the philosophers from Greece and Rome, and in Europe from the 1600s, and you look at the count, it's like less than 100. Like people literally don't look at those books; they're like invisible. The smartest philosophers from hundreds of years ago and thousands of years ago are completely ignored by the average person. It's the strangest ass thing. And even if you look at it, the number hit on I think LibriVox. Don't they have a number? I don't know. But yeah, just a lot of different video channels. I was like, whoa. So it kind of makes sense that when I look at the count on my site, that nobody goes to my site because people just don't like history. So yeah. So I mean, but I'm serious. Like if anybody wants to become a homie, like be my homie, send me my external, and I'll fill it up and send that sucker back. Somebody sent me an external once when I was in Seattle. Somebody